everybody, it's Carrie with Seed to Spoon. I'm going to be planting some of my favorite things today. I'm going to be planting a lot of our companion flowers. So these are actually all still edible, which is fantastic. And they all have great unique benefits for different foods that we are going to be planting in the garden. So as I plant through and show you all the different varieties that I'm going to go through, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the benefit of each one is. So I'm going to be planting all of these today into our Park Seed Biodome here. This is one of the ones that is 60 cell, so I can plant 60 different things in here. I'm very excited to get it started. So first of all, what I need to do is I'm going to take these sponges right here that go into all of the little holes that are there, and I'm going to put it into this tray that I use right here for all of ours that we have been doing so far. So I'm just literally going to dump them in here. And then I have some warm water here that I'm going to go ahead and pour into here. And then I'm just going to let these soak up for a few minutes while I go through and I write all of my labels. I have a huge pack. We had to order these through our app because we had a really hard time finding them locally. I'm not sure why, but I was really happy that we did that because I also found this garden marker too, which has been great so far. It has not once smeared or come off even in the most humid of conditions. And so I'm hoping that it lasts all through our Oklahoma weather and storms and all that like it has already. Okay, now I have all of my labels ready to go. I like doing those while I'm waiting just because I like to have them as I go through and plant all of my seeds. It just makes it go a little bit faster while I'm doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up and get these sponges put in here. As I go through and do this, I usually don't even drain out this water because it's just going to go down here into this tray, which is where I'm going to be filling up with water here eventually after I finish planting. So I'm just going to go through and pop all of these in here so I can get ready to plant. So like I said, this is a 60 cell biodome here, and I have 10 different rows right here that I'm going to be planting out. So I'm going to do 10 different varieties so I can do 6 different plants of each. So that way I can have multiples in the garden and I can plant them sporadically and really help benefit a lot of different plants out there. The first group of plants that I'm going to be doing is the marigold. I know everybody probably knows all about the marigold already, but this is one of our favorite companion plants. It is such a wonderful flower. It is not only beautiful. I will put up a picture because this one right here is a Park Swapper yellow, and it is supposed to be huge. It's supposed to have like the largest blooms of any marigold that you've seen, and it's supposed to be like 4 inches across. I am so excited to see it. But with that being said, I feel like the bigger the bloom, the better, right? They will attract many beneficial critters such as ladybugs, bees, and lacewings, and also the predatory wasps, which I know doesn't sound like a great thing, but they are super helpful to your garden, especially if you have a tomato hornworm issue. They will help to take care of that. So these marigolds can help to bring in some beneficial critters to help repel different pests and also to take care of them by themselves so you don't have to, which makes it even better. Marigolds are also one that is supposed to help if you have any issues with nematodes in the soil. These actually produce some toxins within the plant, and that actually help to get rid of those nematodes. So if you have a nematode issue, this would be something that you might want to plant. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to plant at least 1 seed here in every hole. Whenever I first started using these biodomes, I was doing 2 seeds in each hole, and I was just having to thin so much because like every single one was coming up. It was amazing. I love having that problem. But still, I felt like I was wasting a lot, and I wanted to be able to plant more of the flowers in the future. So there we go. Make sure I get the label in it so I don't forget. So the next marigold that I'm going to be doing is another Parks Whopper. This one is an orange one. So just like the yellow one, it's supposed to be another very, very large bloomed marigold. So it's supposed to be very pretty and very beneficial in the garden also. Whenever we plant these outside, we like to plant marigolds next to our tomato plants. They do really well to help repel the pests, especially like that tomato hornworm that I was talking about earlier, can be really helpful there. Oh, and I forgot to mention also that marigolds are one of the edible flowers too. So if you wanted to add their blooms to a salad, a stir fry, anything like that, they are edible. The next plant that I'm going to plant over here is a calendula. So just like marigolds, these are really beneficial for your garden in many of the similar ways. These ones help to attract beneficial insects as well as repel certain pests. So if you have an issue with asparagus beetles, nematodes, tomato hornworms, things like that, you can really benefit from having some calendula in your garden. Calendula is also very good for you too. It's very nutritious. You can actually eat the entire part of the plant, which is very interesting. But you can use it in teas, salads, stir fries again. I mean, pretty much anything that you want to add it to, you can. The next plant I'm going to plant is a Nasturtium. This one is another one of our favorites. We love planting this one as a companion plant for many of our plants like tomatoes and squashes. They're really good to attract beneficial critters like many different pollinators, butterflies, and all of that, and they're really good at attracting them. But nasturtiums are also attracted to, or aphids and squash bugs are attracted to them. So sometimes these ones are grown as specifically as trap plants. So these bad bugs will go more towards this flower instead of going towards your actual squash, which could be a huge benefit for you in your garden. Now, the next group of plants that I'm going to be doing are zinnias, and zinnias are definitely one of my favorite flowers. They are just so beautiful, and I have many different varieties of zinnias that I'm trying out this year. I'm very excited to try them. I'll show you all the pictures whenever I pull each of them up. But this one right here is a Xenia Parks Picks mix. So it has a bunch of different colors, a huge variety of a bunch of different colors. I'm excited to try it. And zinnias are really great to add to your garden. Well, first of all, they replant themselves every year. So once you plant these, they are going to reseed in wherever you planted them before. So you will have more zinnias coming up every single year. It's amazing. I love it. Zinnias also attract a lot of bees, butterflies, so many different pollinators. I am always seeing all sorts of critters around these flowers and buzzing around and doing great work and getting good things done. So zinnias can help to repel the cucumber beetles and also tomato hornworms because they help to attract predatory wasps, which can really help with the tomato hornworm also. So zinnias are great to put near your tomatoes. They're really good to put next to pretty much everything in your garden. Zinnias are going to be a fantastic companion. They have so many benefits. The next variety of zinnia that I'm going to do is a Xenia Parks Picks Purple. This one is so pretty. I can't wait to get this one going. This next one is a Xenia Parks Picks Carmen Rose, and this one is supposed to be one of the most vibrant colors of them all. I'm so excited to get this one in. It's supposed to have a different color, like the outside's supposed to be kind of like a pinkish, and then the inside's supposed to be like a yellow. It just looks really pretty. I'm excited for this one. The beneficials should love this plant. This next zinnia is a Parks Picks Coral. I'll pop up a picture because, again, this one is absolutely beautiful. I don't know which one isn't, truly. They all are, I feel like, but This one is probably going to be one of my favorites. It just looks so great. This next variety that I have is a Parks Picks Lilac. I like having all of these variety of different colors and flowers out in the garden because the different colors and varieties of plants and all of that really helps to bring in the different varieties of the critters and the ladybugs and butterflies, because everybody likes a different color, and all of these are super vibrant and very pretty, so they should really be helping to bring in all sorts of different variety of good critters. This last one I'm going to be planting is a Xenia Parks Picks Deep Red. And this one, I don't know if I've ever seen a really red color like this one before. It's going to be so pretty and very unique to have in the garden. So now that I have all of this planted out and ready to go, I'm just going to pour a little bit more water down here in this tray down here, because I want to make sure that these sponges have enough that they can soak up from the bottom. Whenever, it's really important to make sure whenever you are watering little seeds and baby seedlings and all of that, that you always water from below. So that way you prevent a lot of issues from happening. So I'm going to go through and get some water in here. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to put our lid on top of this, so that way these can stay nice and moist, and the humidity gets really high in here and it's fantastic. And I'm going to go through and they have air vents up on top. So while I'm germinating these seeds right here, I'm going to have these vents closed off, and so that way it's as humid as possible in there. And then once I notice that they start to sprout, I'll open them up. And then once all of them have, I usually take off the cover at that point and make sure I lower the lights that I have them under, these grow lights. And so that way they don't start to get leggy or anything like that. So making sure that you stay on top of things like that is really important for your baby seedlings' health. So now that I have all of these planted too, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my phone. I'm going to pull up our app from Seed to Spoon, and there's a section in there under Garden Plus where you can keep track of all of your seeds and all of your plants and everything that's going on in your garden. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to put in there that I planted some of these today, and that way it will tell me whenever I can expect to have these sprouting for me, and then it also tell you approximate harvest dates too, because all of these flowers are ones that are edible and that you can eat, and so I'm going to want to keep track of all of that. So I'm going to go get these in our grow area, and if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comment section and I will get back with you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.